So welcome to PASC 2026 again and our reports from the Mini Symposium. Joining me today I have Mira Nedjalkova and Marko Latvara, both from University of Fribourg, and you organized a Mini Symposium on nanomaterials in aquatic environments. That sounds really cool, and unfortunately I didn't join it myself. Tell me more about this. What is this, and what is the reason for the Mini Symposium?
So let me start with that. The reason on mini symposiums like this is because nanomaterials are heavily used in many applications, from sunscreen cream to disinfectants to delivery products. And so it turns out that you have actually nanoparticles everywhere that go into an environment, and you want to know what happens to them. And this is actually a very challenging problem. It's important because some of these particles can have detrimental effects for the health. And if you want to know something about that, the typical way of doing it is that you have to do a lot of experiments, a lot of measurements, collecting data, analyzing them, and it's expensive. And so what we want to understand is what computational methods can do to help us understanding better what happens to the systems.
So that you're doing with us a whole systems-based modeling to understand not just the interaction with water molecules directly, but really the entire environment.
Well, let's say at least to part of the environment. So you want to understand how the interfaces of these particles, which are usually the most important part and most critical part, how they interact with specific molecules in the environment.
Wow. So, please.
We want to show something different, which is unseen from the experimental people.
Yeah.
We want to put the zoom on something what we cannot see in the lab, but from the computer, and especially now in the era of the data science and machine learning, we can really give more light on these kind of problems.
So you had a range of exciting speakers here. Is there any specific highlights, something fun, fun or interesting, that people should use to go and look up this Mini Symposium and learn more?
The whole Mini Symposium was really a big fun for us,
yeah.
Because it was people which are more concentrated on the simulation, and everyone was commenting and talking about really the problems that we tackle with the simulation of the data, really with the data problems and how we can treat and how we read and how we use the data really to give more impactful results.
So can you use machine learning approaches here too, or?
Multi-scale approaches.
Okay.
It's not only a machine learning. We have really a very complicated and advanced multi-scale methods, molecular dynamic, density functional theory, really a different level of learning methods, LLM. We have a speaker from IBM, which was the whole talk was for the LLM methods. Yeah, different.
So this sounds very important, not just from the computational point of view, but also our environment and everything. So what's the next obvious step here? Any obvious conclusions? What should we do next?
Well, I think that what we should next is make even more efforts in integrating experiments and simulations, using machine learning more and more, using the data available, pushing people to publish more and more their raw data so that people can take them, integrate them in databases, analyze them, and obtain more information from them.
So provenance and data sharing and everything, these are really important topics in science in general.
Absolutely,
yeah.
Absolutely crucial.
Great. Thank you so much, both of you, and enjoy the rest of the conference.
Thank you.
Thank you very much
for joining
us.